Will I ever leave San Francisco? Go out on my own. My sister and my brother are living it up, jet setting all over the world. Well, I'm sitting right here. I'm sitting right here. Will I ever get that good job that gives me all I need? A great big house on a great big hill in the lap of luxury. Well, I'm sitting right here. I'm sitting right here. Oh, oh. Will I ever have a family who won't ever let me leave? Little ones who I take care of until they can take care of me. Well, I'm sitting right here. I'm sitting right here. Will I ever take a look back and be proud of what I've done? That I made a small dent in this tiny little speck that's floating around the sun. I'm sitting right here. I'm sitting right here. I take in the world around me. Right here is where I am. To think too far ahead turns the present into the past. Always celebrate the stillness. Leave every stone unturned. I was never one for setting fires, but if they're there, I'll watch them burn. I'll watch them burn. just waiting for permission by doing what I'm told. I'm a stubborn old man with his life in his hands, which isn't that much left to hold. I'm sitting right here. I'm sitting right here. But what's the point of wishing if I never make up my mind? Am I wasting life just wondering at the moment I got the time? I'm sitting right here. 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 I'm sitting right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday once again. I feel like we've taken a couple of days out of the week and nobody told me. I feel like Wednesday and Thursday have been removed, and now it just goes from Tuesday to Friday. And, you know, I don't want to be a stick in the mud or anything. And I don't want to ruin the flow of what everybody decided, but it would have been nice if somebody had told me that we were getting rid of Wednesday and Thursday and we're just going to skip from Tuesday to Friday. You know, it would have been nice to have been included in the discussion. You know, at this point, I don't know exactly if I'd be for removing Wednesday and Thursday. That's when I get a lot of work done, honestly, and a lot of preparation done for these live stream shows. So, you know, I might have gummed up the works a little bit, but it would have been for a good reason, and I would have been standing up for a lot of other people who agree with me. Because as of now, I am definitely not for removing Wednesday and Thursday and going straight from Tuesday to Friday. And I want it to be known. Because it snuck up on me once again. All of a sudden, it's Friday. I just don't think it's fair for people like me, who have a lot of things on their plate. And along with all of those things, also has a show to do on Fridays, where they, entertain 34 concurrent viewers at once. But, so be it. I'm okay with it now. I'm over it. I just needed to vent a little bit. Thank you all for listening. But today, did I bring one of these albums out? Do I have an album that I can... I have an album at arm's length. But today we will be going over all of the songs from Almost Done, the album that came out in the middle of the pandemic in May of 2020. This album was created because of an unfortunate motorcycle accident that I had in late 2017 in Colombia, on the top of a very steep mountain that was very far away from any sort of medical attention. It's a harrowing story that maybe I'll tell you about some other time. But essentially, I fell off my motorcycle right at the top of the mountain. And, I didn't fall off. I started rolling backwards and couldn't stop. And so I jumped off. And as I jumped off, the motorcycle came down, crushed my foot, and was stuck up there for a while. It took about 3 hours to get off the mountain in the back of a pickup truck. And this wasn't just motorcycling on the, nice paved roads. This was like some really, these roads, to call them roads is really a lot of heavy lifting to call those roads. But, it was like knee deep in mud all the way down, so all the way up. So all the way down in the back of a pickup truck, it was equally muddy and difficult. Got to the hospital, and they misdiagnosed it as dislocated my big toe, when in actuality I had torn every ligament in that part of my foot and broke it. I didn't have medical insurance at the time. I went back to the States and had to get it all taken care of. And so Casey Turner was nice enough to do a little benefit for me, and it ended up being able to pay for a lot of my medical bills. And I also did a Kickstarter that helped pay for all the medical bills. And one of the rewards to all of the people who donated to the Kickstarter was that I would use any extra leftover money to record this album for them. And so this album came out of pain and heartbreak, and I gotta say, I'm really proud of it. It was recorded at Gulch Alley Studios, the same place that we recorded some of the songs from our first record. And while it's a solo record in that it doesn't have the untraditional on it, it has a lot of guest artists and friends who helped fill out the songs. But this song here, I wrote around the time that this album was going to come out. I think I wrote this song when I was actually still in a cast from the broken foot. The song is called Thoughts That I Have When I'm Not Thinking About Much. Wishing for more wishes, don't know what they are missing, saying my only real wish is for more days just like this. I know it sounds a little sappy, but I wish that at least once I could cry because I was happy, not because I wasn't. Oh, these are the thoughts that I have when I'm not thinking about much. Some people shaking heads, some people shaking hands, shaking when they are agreeing, shaking when they just can't stand it. Some shaking up and down, some shaking side to side. We should all agree that this word isn't properly defined. Oh, these are the thoughts that I have when I'm not thinking about much. I am just another white guy with a guitar, and it's hard to really stand out when I walk into the bar and I see another me just standing up there playing. People say my songs are better, at least that's what I've been saying. Oh, these are the thoughts that I have when I'm not thinking about much. Oh, thoughts about this and that, and these and those, and such and such. It's only when I'm writing songs that I'm thinking about dying. Feels like writing about my life without death just feels like I'm denying it. The journey's not the destination, and the future ain't the past. If it actually was, I might have saved a lot on gas. Oh, these are the thoughts that I have when I'm not thinking about much. Oh, thoughts about this and that, and these and those, and such and such. Little songs are fragile, but they can pack a punch. They're delicate but unbreakable. You can look but you can't touch. Well, people say music is medicine. Oh, don't be so dramatic. I think Tylenol is medicine. This music here is magical. These are the thoughts that I have when I'm not thinking about much. Oh, thoughts about this and that and these and those and such and such. And these are the songs that I sing. Oh, you can look but you can't touch. And these are the thoughts that I have when I'm not thinking about much. Thoughts that I have when I'm not thinking about much. So, the injury happened in late 2017. I didn't have health insurance. And I ended up getting taken care of, and my foot healed to a point. But then when I was able to get Kaiser, I was able to see a doctor that could check out my foot after the healing process had happened, or after it healed. And the doctor pushed a surgery on me, and I ended up having to get this surgery in order to fix the foot. And that's why Casey Turner held the fundraiser for me, and that's where the Kickstarter happened. So the whole process has really been about a 3-year process, trying to get a normal foot back. The surgery failed, so I'm still, now I've got the same bum foot, but with a bunch of cool looking badass scars on it. But I'm getting by okay. Very, very happy that through all of it, I was able to make an album that made people happy, and that makes me happy. And the injury is the furthest part from my heart and my brain, and that's what I care about the most, and my fingers. But next on the list here is Earthlings Get Dirty. And I was writing this song for a while, and moving lyrics around and trying to see where this song was going as I was trying to write it. Everything was kind of falling into place, but there were certain lines that I just, weren't really hitting the mark, So I was working on it for a while, and I was on Jam Cruise with Nathan Moore and Willie T. Taylor and Taylor Kingman and Louis Longmire. And it was during the day, and Nathan and Willie and I were sharing a room together. And so Nathan Moore was up, he was sleeping, and I was out on our little patio, veranda, whatever you call it, on the cruise ship. And I was kind of fiddling with the song and trying to figure out the words that I wanted and how to fit them in. And I think Willie was like watching Crazy Rich Asians or something like that, and on the TV. And so I was singing this song, and at a certain point, like Nathan Moore woke up and leaned his head out the window, and he was like, do you write that song? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, that's a good song. And I was like, oh, thank you. And then the lyrics just kind of fell out, and I finished the song that moment. I think that I just needed that little extra, that little kick in the ego, to say, it's all right, you're doing okay. You're doing okay, little buddy. Just edge out a little bit further and get that lyric. And we played it that night at some point between midnight and 8 a.m. If you celebrate a sunset, you gotta shiver through the darkness, get sweaty in the sunlight to be deserving of a good, good life. If you wanna be an earthling, you gotta get a little dirty. You can wait until the glory to wash it all clean. If you want to see the sunrise, you gotta get up in the morning. If you want to see the sunset, you gotta make it through the day. But if you want to take the long road, you got to get to walking. If you want to cast a shadow, you gotta get in the sun's way. But if you celebrate a sunset, you gotta shiver through the darkness, get sweaty in the sunlight to be deserving of a good, good life. If you want to be an earthling, you gotta get a little dirty. You can wait until the glory to wash it all clean. If you want to see time fly, you gotta be patient. But if you want to be the right guy, you gotta make a few changes. But if you want to be the bad boy, you gotta make a few enemies. If you want to be remembered, you gotta make a few memories. But if you celebrate a sunset, you gotta shiver through the darkness, get sweaty in the sunlight to be deserving of a good, good life. If you want to be an earthling, you gotta get a little dirty. You can wait until the glory to wash it all clean. Life is full of bad choices, stupid decisions, and terrible voices, and even worse lyrics. But if you never stick your neck out, then you'll never be the greatest. You'll always be the worst at ever being famous. But if you celebrate a sunset, you gotta shiver through the darkness, get sweaty in the sunlight to be deserving of a good, good life. If you want to be an earthling, you gotta get a little dirty. You can wait until the glory to wash it all clean. If you ever want to stand out, you gotta join the crowd. But if you want to be heard, you gotta get a little loud. Can you believe that we've almost been doing this for a year? This is week 49. I've done it 49 weeks in a row. I think there was one show that I actually did the show on a Thursday rather than a Friday. And I think that our year show, the actual anniversary show, give or take a couple of days, it'll be a Friday, will be March 12th. However, I think I might do the live stream March 11th on the Thursday. Because I've been booking some shows. There will be a live stream. It just won't be from this room, and it'll be on March 12th. Stay tuned. I haven't signed any contracts yet, so we're still figuring that out. It's funny, I've been booking all these shows for the next couple months, and most of them are live stream performances. Actually, we'll have the band playing, and we'll all be together in a big open ventilated space, of course. But we will have some full untraditional shows coming up too. Moving on here. Ain't that the way? I feel like 2020 was the year of Ain't That the Way. Just when you think things might be going in your direction, just kind of turn a little bit, going up a different direction. And if you stress about the ways in which your life is going, you don't get to realize that there's a beautiful view from this direction as well. You just got to find it, you know?
might not be the direction you wanted to go in, but, if you can't pivot and go along with the flow, then you're going to miss all the cool stuff. 2020 was definitely a year where I could have kind of wallowed in self-pity. I did a little bit of it. But if I wasn't able to go with the flow, we wouldn't be here right now with 39 concurrent viewers doing our 49th show, going through this album that came out this year, seeing all your wonderful comments. This song I wrote a while back, actually. This one I think I wrote probably somewhere around 2015, maybe. And it just kind of stuck around, and I didn't play it live, and I never showed it to the band. It just kind of stuck around. And so when this album was getting recorded, I was like, oh, perfect spot for it. So here we go. Ain't That the Way. There's a brush fire in my belly, shady places used to be. There's nothing in my pocket with holes to let it breathe, and I know I can never really make it on my own. Still, I got my hat, my shoes, a cheap fifth of booze to get me where I'm going. Ain't that the way? Ain't that the way? Ain't that the way it always goes? Ain't that the way? Ain't that the way? Ain't that the way it always goes? There are problems in this world that no one wants to fix. We are here for such a short while. All we want to do is get our kicks. And I know I ain't trying any bit harder than you. Still, it's hard to empathize and see through your eyes why you're doing the things you're doing. Ain't that the way? Ain't that the way? Ain't that the way it always goes? Ain't that the way? Ain't that the way? Ain't that the way it always goes? Well, I know that I can miss you if you never go away. I never knew a good song could ever last this long. So tonight you might just have to stay. Kings have ruled kingdoms that have fallen into dust. There are heroes who wouldn't want to have anything to do with us. And I know I can make it with a little bit of love. Just you and me, babe. Just you and me, babe. Ain't that the way? Ain't that the way? Ain't that the way it always goes? Ain't that the way? Ain't that the way? Ain't
Ain't that the way? The way is how it always goes. That's the way. It's good that the way is going. At least the way is going. Because think if the way wasn't even going. Because it always goes that way. That would be the real tragedy. As if the way wasn't going. This next song, I was feeling a little silly. And because I was feeling a little silly, the world got a silly little song. I was feeling a little cynical and silly at the same time. And a little snarky. And I was feeling a little creative. And this song sounds way different than every other song I think I've ever written and recorded. Starting with this riff. There we go. Look at everybody. Look at everybody talking to each other, having a good time. This song kind of came from, people asking songs about songwriting, like, do you write the riff first or do you write the lyrics first? Which I feel like is such a pointless question. And also one where it's like, it's not always the same, The song kind of comes in waves, in parts. It's more complicated than that. So in writing this song, I wanted to explain to people where these songs come from. And so this song is called Write a Song. It's not easy to explain the inner workings and lack thereof in my brain. I got philosophers and politicians, saboteurs and executors who think what's best is better than the others. It takes a while and a whole lot of words. I know I make it easy, but it's not as simple as it looks. I got a lot of friends. They look at me and say, you got some shit you need to work on, maybe put it in a song. But what do they know? All they want is a song for them to sing along. So I guess I'll sit down and write out a tune, not just therapeutic for me, but catchy enough for you. This may be a weird analogy. It sure does seem that you're getting therapy for free, and I don't think that's really fair to me. So how does one write a verse that doesn't come out contrived and rehearsed? I guess I'll string a few together, hope the through line hits the better points to fool them into thinking I'm more thoughtful than I ever claimed to be. But where do they come from if they are not actually coming from me? But where do they come from if they are not actually coming from me? So there you go, are you happy now? I just say the universe to rhyme, and somehow another notch in the belt, a feather in my cap, another wasted afternoon when I could have been a nap. And I could be a doctor if I apply myself better. I've got the power to heal when we sing along together. It looks like you're doing good and that I gave some good advice. I don't really need it, but a thank you would be nice. Oh, I don't really need it, but a thank you'd actually be pretty nice. Oh, I don't really need it, but a thank you'd actually be pretty nice. Oh, I don't really need it. Oh, a thank you would be nice. A thank you would be nice. Oh, a thank you would be nice. Nice. So that's how you write a song, everybody, to answer your question. This next song I wrote a long time ago too, actually. And it also kind of sat on the back burner, and I'm glad I did a terrible little garage band recording of it, because otherwise I might have forgotten about it. It was written down in an old songwriting book that I hadn't looked at in a long time, and I found it, and I was flipping through the pages, and came across the song, and I was like, oh yeah, I have a recording of that. And then I listened to the recording, and I was like, oh, that's a good song. This song is called This'll Change It All. We're burning through this today. We're doing pretty good here. I'm still bantering more than most, but that's what you get when you come to a Sam Chase show. You've been walking your whole life now, moving forward towards something new. But it's not you who built this road for you. This roads ain't yours to just pass on through. It's nothing new, all this I'm saying. For the sake of moving on, let's just pretend that this'll change it all. Everything we've ever thought. This is where the tide turns, never to return again. This old gateway we've been seeking, it ain't a passage, it's just a gate. No, it ain't no golden archway. It's just our ego at the end of the day. It's nothing new, all this I'm saying. But for the sake of moving on, let's just pretend that this'll change it all. everything we've ever taught. This is where the story we've told will come to an end. Take a number, little soldier. This war's not yours to win today. Lay down your rifle rather than your life now. You're an angel, but you ain't no saint. There's nothing to all this I'm saying. But for the sake of moving on, let's just pretend. Oh, this'll change it all. Everything we've ever thought. This is where the tide turns, never to return again. And this'll change it all. Everything we've ever been taught. This is where the story we've told will come to an end. And oh, this'll change it all. Everything we've ever thought stops us in our tracks. No need to keep forward or ever turn back. It's a clarity of purpose, and the purpose is to be meaningless. And the light may have gone out, but it will burn again, and then it will go out, and it will burn again, and then it will go out, and it will burn again. Oh, then it will go out. Where are we now? Die middle-aged. Don't let me die middle-aged. Wrote the song in 2016. And I don't know what I'm going to do once I get past middle age, if I'm going to continue singing this song or if I'm going to have to write some sort of triumphant song about having achieved living past middle-aged. I have a long time to think about that, believe it or not. But I wrote this song back in 2016 and became a instant hit among 30-something friends, and then made a bunch of people in their middle-age years a little resentful. But it's a hopeful song. This isn't a song about, like, you know, well, I'm washed up, I'm in my middle-aged years, you know, might as well go. So that's not what it's about. It's about making it through these middle years, because people who are middle-aged don't get the respect that they deserve for having gotten this far and going through the things that they're going through. It's kind of like a second puberty. You know, it's like you think you have control of your body and mind, and then things start going a little bit awry around those years, much in a similar fashion to how you know, you thought you knew your body, and then puberty hit, you know. And I don't know. I'm thinking I'm not really looking forward to middle age, honestly. It's I think I've got the pre-middle age jitters. It doesn't help that you know, I'm in an industry where it serves you better to be younger, but you know, I just think you know, a lot of people go through a midlife crisis, and I can already see ahead of time that I think my midlife crisis is going to be substantial. I'm pretty sure. I think I'm gonna go through it's gonna be a rough patch. I might buy a convertible. I might start dressing in leather pants and I think I look real cool. But as long as I make it through it, that's all that really matters. No one expects the night to come when the sun's still in the sky. No one thinks they've won the race with no finish line in sight. No one writes just half the song and expects it to be a hit. No one gets over the hump and then decides to quit. No one's ever told you much without getting to the point. No one sets their sights on NYC and then settles on Des Moines. No one tells a story without a beginning or an end. It's the middle that's forgotten and never heard of again. Don't let me die middle-aged. Don't let me die middle-aged. I'm too young to die old and too old to die young today. Don't let me die middle-aged. Don't let me die middle-aged. The sun rises and sets as we forget about the day. Climbs up half a mountain and then decides to stop. If so, you ain't no mountain climber, boy, you've just gone for a walk. You hear finish what you start, and once you start, you see it through. You hear no one likes a quitter, even if that's not always true. You hear it's bitter to die young, you hear those stars burn the most bright. But you also hear a life well lived is to have lived a good long life. But you never hear those middle years are the best times to go. Once you settle with a wife and kids, man, that's the time to blow. Don't let me die middle-aged. Don't let me die middle-aged. I'm too young to die old and too old to die young today. Don't let me die middle-aged. Don't let me die middle-aged. The sun rises and sets as we forget about the day. It's how the story works. After the beginning is the middle. After the middle is the ending. It really is that simple. If you rate from best to worst, which of these you most prefer? The middle always comes in last, which is not the way it works. 'Cause no one thinks the ending comes in the middle of the book. There are so many more pages, and someday we'll have a look. What's read is in the past, and what we read is yet to come. But now's not as exciting as what we'll do or what we've done. Don't let me die middle-aged. Don't let me die middle-aged. I'm too young to die old and too old to die young today. rises and sets as we forget about the day. There's just as much to do, and there's just as much to say. It's all that I have done and all that I have said. You guys, I keep forgetting to tell you that something miraculous has happened, and that is that I feel comfortable wearing jeans for the first time in about a year. I'm wearing jeans right now. I'm wearing a flannel collared shirt, buttoned up like a gentleman, and Levi's jeans. I'm a brand new man, everybody. Look at the... yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 2021. It's the year of the jeans. You know, I'm not just sucking it up and putting them on and wearing them and feeling uncomfortable. I feel great in these jeans because these jeans fit me for the first time in a year, too. I've been doing pretty good. Sober January helped out a lot. I've lost about, I think I probably lost somewhere around 15 pounds. I know that I've lost about 10 pounds since Halloween. It feels good. It feels real good. I just wanted to share a small victory. Very proud of myself. It feels good. It feels like I'm getting back to normal. Small victories. They lead to, giant victories. Huge successes. You know how I always say how I always pick a ridiculously easy New Year's resolution. One of my New Year's resolutions this year was to get back into wearing jeans, and it's one of the harder resolutions I've ever picked. But it took me a month, and now I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling good now. Stephanie Lee, no, I've been doing lots of things besides not drinking. Sober January is just what helped. It helped, but it wasn't only Sober January. It was also Workout January and Diet January. I've been doing that new map. Signed up for that new map. Feeling pretty good about it. Rediscovering my relationship with food and not overeating because I can. Sweet potatoes, you guys. Sweet mother potatoes are sent from heaven, and I had no idea. I thought they were a Thanksgiving side dish. I thought they were something that you eat once in a blue moon, but no, sweet potatoes. Every meal. I love sweet potatoes now because you can eat a lot of sweet potatoes and also lose weight. It's great. I call it the sweet potato diet. Copyright Sam Chase. Just eat sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes, you guys. Also, don't drink and work out like a maniac. Where are we? This is a perfect segue. I wrote this song when I was 20 years old. And wrote this song back when I was a little bit more awkward with the ladies. I needed sometimes a little bit of liquid courage just to muster up the courage to even talk to anybody. And that's not entirely true, but for the song's sake, let's just pretend. I've always been pretty good at talking to both sides of the sex spectrum. But sometimes, a little liquid courage doesn't hurt. Let's see if I remember these lyrics. I don't have them written down.
Oh, if I was more drunk, I'd talk to you. I wouldn't be scared, I'd play it smooth. Oh, I would tell a joke or two. Oh, if I was more drunk, I'd talk to you. If only I had the courage, if only I knew what to say. But I hate taking chances on sideways glances. I wouldn't know what to do anyways. Oh, if I was more drunk, I'd talk to you. I'd let you know all the things I knew, like the main exports of Kathmandu. Oh, if I was more drunk, I'd talk to you. Well, I know that my friend Jack Daniels, he'd always come through in a bind. He'd help me to fool her that I am much cooler than everyone in here combined. But perhaps that's just all in my mind. Oh, if I was more drunk, I'd talk to you. I'd charm my way into your room. We'd spend the night, wake up around. Ooh, oh, if I was more drunk, I wouldn't seem so sunk. I'd be a hunk, and with you I'd bunk. I'd talk to you. Ooh, yeah.
Wrote that when I was 20 years old. I was living in Capitola, California, in a house with a few other friends, and I had the house in the back. It was a backyard little shack that was converted into a bedroom. It had its own bathroom and outdoor shower, and it used to be a shack where they used to raise and slaughter minks, and it was definitely haunted by human ghosts. But I feel like the minks, their ghosts, protected the little shack. And I like to think that they flew around, little furry minks, ghosts flying around the room. And I like to think they were in little capes, their little capes flying behind them. It's like, you know, when Mario, Super Mario, like gets a cape and it just kind of flutters behind them. That's what I imagine in my head. I wrote that song at around 2 or 3 in the morning one night. And I don't believe I was drunk when I wrote it. They didn't raise and slaughter minks while I was living there, obviously. It had been converted into a livable place. And I don't know what they raised and slaughtered minks for. Probably just for fun. But moving on. You guys have weird fascinations with capes. Something that I refuse to understand. I refuse. Moving on here, this song I also wrote a number of years ago. I believe I wrote this song probably in 2015. Oh, and I don't have the lyrics for this one either. I could probably get through it, but I don't want to screw it up. Just in case, I'll pull the lyrics up. This is a great reminder that if you guys feel like chipping in for the show, all 41 concurrent viewers, if you all pitch in, like if you all pitch in like just even $5, man, I'd be eating good tonight. PayPal and Venmo. Also, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. That would really mean a lot to me. It'd be nice to get more subscribers. And like this video as well. Jason Bishop always, he's reminded me once, but he pops up in my mind every time when I'm like, remember everybody, like this video. Let's get that algorithm going. And when I post the shows days before, remember to like that video. Open my mouth, tell me what to say, to keep all these bloodthirsty killers at bay. I tell you I know not what I do. I'm doing all that I can to make it back home to you. When I sign with the devil and I've sealed my fate, I'll be able to make it back home not too late. And I'll lie in my bed staring at the ceiling thinking, goddamn, all of us sick human beings. The ballot's been cast, the race has been won, long before our species has begun. We were born too late and we'll die far too young. The finish line's close, we have nowhere to run. When the nights are too chilly and the days are selfish ways have gone out of control. Who will punish us when we've all misbehaved? Oh, where do we go to dig the world's grave? Where do we go to dig the world's grave? Open my mouth, tell me what to say to please all these bloodthirsty dogs at the gate. Now I've done all that I said I would do, except for that one thing that I promised you. They say God has a plan, and He knows what's best. But I don't trust a man who holds his cards close to his chest. When we throw down our hands, I wouldn't be surprised to see that he had an ace hiding up his sleeve. God had an ace hiding up his sleeve. Where do we go to dig the world's grave? Where do we go to dig the world's grave? This next song here, was written actually for Dallas Pistol, introducing a love interest to the story, but it just would have opened up a whole can of worms that I wasn't ready to write more and more songs about. And I recorded this song, actually I recorded that last song and this song here at Nico's house. I see he's in the chat now, and Chandra's in the chat, and she's, I think we recorded her violin actually for both of these songs at Nico's house, and that was actually back in 2017, I believe, when we recorded the versions that you hear on the album. They were recorded at Nico's bedroom. Speaking of Nico's coming over tonight. We're gonna sit in the backyard 12 feet away from each other and hopefully drink a little whiskey and have a little bonfire and maybe perhaps eat some ribs. Get a little friend time. It's because it's been a while. It's been a while, everybody. Oh, speaking of friends also, and Chandra and Nico, Social Distance Live on Sunday, we submitted a song, and it's going to be the band that is undercovered for Social Distance Live on Sunday is a little known band from Seattle, Washington, known as Nirvana, and we're covering one of their songs. So tune in to Social Distance Live's Facebook page on Sunday at 11 a.m. And it should be I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody's submissions. I've heard a couple so far, and they're really good. So everybody join in. And the music video that we shot and that I've been editing is so kick-ass. It's looking really good. I'm proud of all my videos equally. But this video, I'm very proud of it. So yeah, this next song here, it's called Dream Your Dreams. Piece of art that walks and talks, floats free along the city blocks, at home among the trees and rocks. Tonight she's sleeping under country stars. Dream your dreams, we'll dream ours. They line up every single day to hear the words you never say. They dare to dream their lives away. You could drive a full-grown man insane. Dream your dreams will lie awake. Will lie awake. Rolling hills and crashing waves, howling wind and ground that shakes. This creaky house is bound to break. I guess it all will fade with time. Dream your dreams and all dream mine. And all dream mine. Has everybody on the Patreon checked out some of the posts that I've been posting recently? I've been posting just the songs, which I've been downloading some of these shows and then cutting out all the stupid banter and me looking like this at your comments while I read, and cutting all that out and just putting the songs back to back. So if you guys want to hear any of the past shows that I've uploaded, just go on to Patreon after this and check them out. I think they're pretty fun. And this show's going pretty well, and so this might get its own just the songs down the road. This next song I wrote right after Jam Cruise in 2019, and I wrote it about my buddies who I was on the high seas with that whole week on Jam Cruise. Made some pretty, I was pretty close with a couple of those guys, but I really feel like I made some lasting friendships with those who I didn't already have close relationships with. It was a debaucherously fun time. It took a couple years off my life, hopefully off the end of my life. I came back and I was feeling terrible for an entire week. And it turns out you can have withdrawals that are similar to heroin withdrawals from Adderall. I had no idea. I'm not much of an Adderall abuser, and so that was a little eye-opening for me. And don't think I'll be touching the stuff with that same veracity anytime soon. Haven't done it since, actually. I'll just stick to Red Bulls. But I came back, and in the depths of my Adderall withdrawal, I wrote this song for my buddies. And actually, Nathan Moore, his vocals are on the track. You can hear that low baritone mixed in there on the choruses, and that's him. there's no fun drinking to forget good things you won't remember that haven't happened yet. Forget the past later, for now you should choose to drink to remember what drinking's like without you. So here's to the winners who know how to lose, who drink to remember what drinking's like without you. Heartache is a muscle you can never lose. It can be broken and beaten, but your strength just to cruise. Whether it helps or hinders, you learn to push through. To drink to remember what drinking's like without you. So here's to the elders who feel brand new when they drink to remember what drinking's like without you. Shakespeare himself would have hated Hemingway. It's one thing they'd have in common if they'd both live today. So it's up to us to do what they choose. To drink to remember what drinking's like without you. So here's to the torture we somehow make do. When they drink to remember what drinking's like without you. So here's to the storm, and here's to the rain, and here's to the wounds, and here's to their pain, and here's to what's here, and here's to the remains of who drinks to remember, and will do again and again and again and again and again. Who drinks to remember? This next song here was recorded at Gremlin Tone Studios in Santa Rosa, basically John Courage's house. Recorded to tape at his house. A lot of sweet potatoes jokes in the comments today. Well done, everyone. But, however, I am not amused. Yes. This song is called Not Tonight. Now, I definitely suffer from FOMO, much like many other musicians and extroverts. Hold on one second. Much better. And it was hard for me back in the day to say no on a Saturday night when somebody wanted to hang out, go to a bar, go to a show, go to whatever, hit the town. It was hard for me to know that that perhaps I just want to stay in. I've learned how to stay in over the last year, that's for sure. Thanks to shows like these, I can get my community without leaving the house. But this song is about that. This song is called Not Tonight.
Listen to the wind blow. No need to turn on any lights. The street lamps and the headlights paint the ceilings and the walls. God damn, I love these rainy city nights, when the world outside feels tortured and abused, and you were just looking for an excuse. Look this Saturday right in the eye and say, not tonight. Not tonight. They say any day could be the big one. Their fingers on the button, rich boys and their toys flexing their might. All the men we've picked to lead, the ones who'll write our histories, are penning one that doesn't look too bright. When you watch the world dying on the news, and all you really need is an excuse to tune out and turn off the fight and say, not tonight. Not tonight. Oh, I've been trying so hard to keep my head above the water, when there was never any wonder why I don't just try going under. Oh, I've been swimming through this storm most of my life, but not tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight. But maybe tonight. Tonight's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to Nico coming over, drinking a little booze with a friend. I haven't drank booze with a friend in a long time. Used to be something I did fairly regularly. Most of the time with Nico, but yeah, fairly regularly.
next song is called Drinkin Buddies. This was also recorded just one track to tape at Gremlin Tone Studios. It's a story about two friends going down a bad path. And only one of them getting out alive. I don't have the lyrics to this one up either. Come on, Sam. You got to update your Bandcamp, buddy. Speaking of which, it's Bandcamp Friday, so all of the money that you spend on any of the albums on Bandcamp, all the money goes straight to the artist. Bandcamp doesn't take their cut, which is sizable, but they won't be taking it Friday. So if anybody wants to buy this album, I'll be throwing it in the mail tonight. Got it on CD, or you can get it digitally. And if you're, if you're a Patreon patron at the $30 level, you get all the discography for free, whatever you want, as long as you're not abusing that. I'm gonna look up the lyrics for Drinkin Buddies just in case I screw it up. There it is. Oh, man. That's not all the lyrics. That's only half the lyrics. All right. I might have to just dig deep and I think I can get through this song. Some new friends here. Hey, Christian. We got Carney. You guys been here the whole time? We got Paranu. Hey there. At the age of 18, we hit the bar scene like a dog was a partner in crime. We drank ourselves stupid like we knew what we were doing. Finally, I felt a purpose in life. I know it sounds a little silly. We felt we were sitting pretty when we really had nothing left. But all great stories begin with no regrets. The world didn't know us yet. You're not really in a band without a drink in your hand. It's not a song without a level of sin. You always make a little cash, but it's gone in a flash, and the house, it always wins. The whiskey flows quicker and your skin grows thicker. Fame and fortune just a matter of time. They said at the rate you were headed, you shouldn't hold your breath. And the world didn't know us yet. The world didn't know us yet. It's been about 3 days since we seen her face, so I started to ask around. Going on a bender wasn't that far beneath her, so I really didn't think much at the time. They found her body in the banks down the mouth of the eel, half an hour from our motel. What the hell is she doing down there? But if the river didn't kill her, then it would have been her liver. They all said if the river didn't kill her, then it would have been her liver. Now she's sitting in a jar in her favorite bar. I never really liked drinking alone, so another whiskey rocks quarters in the jukebox. It's the only place we'd ever called home. With then with such a haze. Now the good old days, and now that sun is set. We were only half joking when we'd scream out to the west. The world didn't know us yet. The world didn't know us yet. Oh, and if the river didn't kill her, then it would have been her liver. They all said if the river didn't kill her, then it would have been her liver. But that's not fair to say, 'cause that's not who we were. There's so much more to her. Christian got in a few minutes ago. Hey, Ivana. Welcome. Adam Woolsey. A lot of people have moved out of the city over the last year. Now that the tech industry is doing primarily work from home, and a lot of tech companies have left the Bay, and a lot of the ones that have stayed are allowing their workers to continue to work remotely for the foreseeable future. They find that they're not losing any money, and they don't have to keep the lights on. So a lot of people have found that as an excuse to go live somewhere else where they can live in a much bigger house and work from home. Which is good news for natives like me who, want to try to maintain, to stay in this city, the place that they love so much. But one thing that I picked up, one kind of habit that I picked up over the last year is a healthy addiction to HGTV. Most recently, the show Hometown, which is all about Laurel, Missouri, I believe, where this couple takes people around and they buy a house and then they fancy the house all up, and the houses are like $100,000, and then the renovations is like $90,000, so they have like a $190,000 house, and it's 20 times bigger than what I'm living in right now. It makes you think. This next song, I don't want you to feel sorry for me per se, but it's a song if you want to maintain, if you want to be able to survive in San Francisco. Money is important, and it doesn't come as often as you like, and it doesn't go as far as it may go in Laurel, Missouri. But, it's my cross to bear. I have to be the person, the steward of San Francisco. Or maybe I will just move to Port Angeles, Chandra. Can someone please explain to me? Oh, I picked the wrong song. I will be playing that song, but I clicked on the wrong song, and I started reading the wrong lyrics, and I was like, kind of fried my brain there for a second. But that would have been a good segue. I would have been going right into the song, and it would have been nice. Whatever. If you don't like it, don't tip. But if you do like it, please tip, because can someone please explain to me how this whole music thing can make me money? Is it too much to ask that I might see a little cash for making art? Or I just want to entertain, maybe play some chords and sing and live the good life, doing what I know. Well, isn't it a pity that living in this city is the only thing that I can't afford? Why rails and modes. I should have been learning how to code and join the tech world. But I can't really see me working at Airbnb, selling my soul. But does it sound so wrong that I might write a song and get paid a decent wage to bring you joy? Well, isn't it a pity that living in this city, playing music, is considered unemployed? Can someone please explain to me how money is a means to being happy? When there's no room for artistry, creativity's just a hobby for the poor. Oh, maybe I'm just lazy, immature and crazy to think that I'd never have to grow up. Well, isn't it a pity I'm living in this city and it's the only place I've ever really loved? Well, isn't it a pity I'm living in this city, rent is due, and I'm totally fucked. Isn't it a pity? My ode to San Francisco. This next song here is the last song on the album, and I wrote this song a very long time ago. God, what year was it? What year was Occupy Wall Street? Was that like 2010? I think it was like 2010. I think I wrote this song. No, it wasn't 2000. It must have been 2012. I can't remember. But I wrote the song before that. So I probably wrote it somewhere around 2010, maybe even earlier, maybe 2008. And yeah, man, I have no idea when I wrote this song. Oh wait, actually I think I wrote this song like 2003 or 2004 actually, and held on to it for a long time. And then during Occupy Wall Street, I was in New York, and I went over, I played it for a bunch of people. I played this song for a bunch of people at Occupy Wall Street. And there's a video somewhere that probably is long gone, actually, of me standing there playing for everybody. And that was a real special moment. And that was actually the moment where I realized that this song was more than just a song that was going to be one forgotten by myself. You know, it was going to be more than an exercise, and eventually it would make an album. And so when this album was being recorded, and I kind of realized the feel of the album and flow of the album, I knew that I had to end the album with this song. The things that we were feeling back then in the mid-2000s, I felt like I was having a lot of similar feelings in 2019, 2018, 2019, and 2020. So I decided to put this song on the album. The song's called Almost Done. Take all the weapons and take all the prisons, and take all the factories and tear them all down, and put all the metals back into the mountain, put all the oil back into the ground. Take all the criminals and take all the leaders. Take all these sinners and take all these saints. Take all the people who litter these landscapes. Someday she will put us back into our place. But don't worry about tomorrow. There's time before the dawn. But I won't take long. No, I won't take long. No, I won't take long. Take all our fears and take all our dreams. Take all we laugh at for all that we scream. Take the world we've created, not the one that we're born on. How selfish that we need a reason to breathe. Take all these strong-armed bully pulpit preachers. Take the millions of followers who head towards the call. And take the ones who will sit quietly on the fringes. And take the ones who will say nothing at all. But don't worry about tomorrow. There's time before the dawn. And I won't take long. No, I won't take long. No, I won't take long. ground that we've covered is riddled with bodies. The earth that we've torched will soon lay by their side. I know deep down we're a people who just want to be happy. We are billions of people who don't want to die. Oh, but don't worry about tomorrow. There's time before the dawn. And I won't take long. No, I won't take long. No, I won't take long. And I won't take long. And I won't take long. No, I won't take long. And that's the end of the album. That's almost done. For sale on Bandcamp. You can buy the CD or you can buy the digital album. All the money will go straight to the artist, which is meh. And I'll put it in the mail tonight. And I won't hang around for too much longer because Nico's coming over. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in once again on the 49th week of this situation that we find ourselves in. And next week, I'm going to be doing all of the songs that I wrote in 2020, which also is going to turn into an album that will be going out to all of my Patreon patrons. It is in the mixing process, and as I always forget, the mixing process is everything below the water on this huge iceberg. And I'm realizing all of the mistakes that I've made along the way while I'm in the mixing process. So I wanted it to be done a few weeks ago. We're still about 90-95% there. But next week I'll be playing all of those songs from 2020. If you sign up for Patreon at any level, you're at least going to be able to get the digital album. So if you haven't signed up for Patreon, go to patreon.com/thesamchase. Sign up for Patreon. And like and subscribe the video. It's way more important than you probably think. I think it is important. I'm pretty sure it's important. It makes me feel good. I get to see how many new subscribers I got at the end of this video. And when it's 0, I fall into a deep, dark depression. So at least one person subscribe. Come on now. Subscribe. Just hit subscribe. Yeah, I guess I'll leave you with something. I feel like maybe I should pop a video in here. I feel like we've kind of exhausted everything over the many, many, many months that we have done. Maybe I'll try to find Purple Rain and play Purple Rain for you guys, because I saw that Carney was talking about that in the chat here earlier. Also, remember to send a tip to PayPal or Venmo. That money goes a long way. It helps me pay my bills, and my bills, they rack up. So please, if you have the means, please pass it on. Yes, you're right, Stephanie Lee. Subscribing is free, so and it won't hurt you. Let's see. Where are my videos? Got a lot of good old stuff in here. to find Purple Rain. I feel like Purple Rain would be a good way to end this show today. Well, it's not in there. Let's see. Let's search for it. Purple Rain. Hey there. This is probably it. Yeah. Okay, cool. 1 moment. I got to make a new scene and then set this up. But thank you all for watching. It's a damn good Friday once again. And we'll all party in person someday soon, I'm sure. But let me set this up. Never meant to cause you any sorrow. Never meant to cause you any pain. Only wanted one time to see you laughing. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I only want to see you bathing in the purple rain. I never wanted to be your weekend lover. Only wanted to be some kind of friend. Hey, baby, I can never steal